Good morning, you lot. How you all doing? What a lovely Sunday morning it is. Oh man, it's a brilliant Sunday morning today. The weather's a little bit wet. I wanted to do a bit of tea cutting today. I wanted to tea cut the talbot, the bonnet and the side wings and all of that. I noticed the windscreen was leaking as well, so I wanted to have a quick look at that, but it's raining outside, so I can't really do any tea cutting in the rain. It's not going to come out very well. So I thought, well, let's just make use of my time and fanny around doing some other bits and bobs. I've been gradually going through a load of old toolboxes. I gather some of you have probably seen the video. I've done 2 videos so far. Whether you've seen number 2, I don't know. You've definitely seen number 1. I've been finding all sorts of stuff in these old toolboxes. These toolboxes have been sitting around for, years. And now I've found some useful Jubilee clips, crocodile clips off of battery chargers. This is like my tub that I've put in all the nuts and bolts and things, and that's some sort of pressure sensor or something or another. That one is, it's got a little plug on the end of it. I've been finding all sorts of really cool bits and bobs. This is my tub where the nuts and bolts go. I'm going to sort these out afterwards because I collect all the nuts and bolts, because nuts and bolts come in extremely handy. The amount of times where I've been working on something and I'm missing a bolt or a nut, or a bolt's snapped off or sheared off, or a nut's cross-threaded and I've got to find a new one. I go through my little tubs, find the right nut or the right bolt and put it on, and it's brilliant. The amount of people that throw nuts and bolts away is unbelievable. I found this really cool rule in the last toolbox that I went through. I've had to stick a bit of oil on it to try and get it to unseize because it's seized up. You're supposed to be able to open it up, but it won't open. So the oil's been sitting on there overnight. I'll have a go at it in a minute, scrub at it with a wire brush, try and get a lot of the rust off, and hopefully it'll undo. So, this is the ones that I've done this one. I found a load of sockets in this one, so unfortunately that bit fell off. So I put all the sockets in there, and they're all Tipco and Gordon sockets and all of that kind of whatnot. The one underneath it I done before, yesterday, look through there. Now these ones, this one, and these 2 here, they were seized up. I couldn't undo them. I could open the tops. They're very rusty. I could open the tops like that, but I wasn't able to actually fold out the box because they'd all gone rusty and seized up. So I've put a load of oil on them. As you can see, I oiled up the hinges on the handles there. They're still a bit rusty. I oiled them up, and I've oiled up all these hinges here. Hopefully the penetrating oil has gone through them overnight, and I'll be able to open one up. Well, I open them all up and then get to what's inside them. I'll tell you what, should we have a bit of a sneak peek into one of them? I was saving them for the videos, like the videos that I'm going through them and looking in them for the first time. Should we do a bit of a sneak peek, eh? You lot. We have a little bit of a sneak peek in one of them, just to see what's in it. And then obviously, I'm not going to go through the whole lot because I want to know what's in it for the other videos. What ones should we have a little sneak peek in? We've just had a little bit of a sneak peek in the top of that one. It's full of light bulbs and whatever else. We got that one, or we got this one. Which one shall we sneak? I think this one. I think we should, because this one was completely seized up. Oh, this one's gonna come out good. Look at that. Right, here we go. At least I can open the top up now. There's a lot of tools in there. Look at that. Look at this. This is absolutely. Look at that. It's out of this world, isn't it? It's a socket set, and it's got its own little handle on there. How do you get the sockets out? You slide them. So you take out the handle, and then you slide each socket out until you get to the one you want. That's pretty cool. Whether this would be like a cheap set back in the day, or whether this would be an expensive set of sockets, I don't know. But that's cool nonetheless. It used to be red, look. we've got a set of feeler gauges. What's the brand on them? We'll get a focus eventually. I say we'll get a focus eventually, we better do. It's a Duco. Is it Duco? Made in... made in England. Yep, I thought so. As many of the tools that I've got, because, you know, back in the day, you know, we're talking 50, 40, 50, maybe even 60 years ago, some of these tools. I don't know. I don't know, but, you know, a lot of these tools are definitely from the 70s and 80s, without a doubt. Some of them are probably from the 80s and 90s, but most of them are, you know, from the 70s and 60s, 70s. So they're mainly made in England and Germany. None really come from China. This has got a red inner coat into this socket. It's we'll get a focus on it. 1/2 inch chrome, super slim, Vandam. I don't know, the way that all that coating's coming off of there, I wouldn't say this was a particularly good quality socket, but it might be. I might be wrong. So we've got a load of spanners, feeler gauges, sockets, spark plug in there, look, an old spark plug. This is going to be a good one. This one, the tray comes out, so we lift the tray out. I'm not going to go any further because I want this to be a surprise for me and for you in the video, where I might even do this one this morning actually, but I'm not going to do it in this video. It's going to be a separate video. But shall we just briefly take off the tray and see what's inside? Are we ready? Oh, and then it opens out again. Well, there you go, you lot. A brief insight. But if you do want to see what's inside this toolbox and them other 2 toolboxes, stick around, subscribe, and you'll get to find out. I'm going to tell you something funny actually. Remember I was telling you about my crazy neighbours next door? They've got them fox scarer things because they're scared of the foxes, so they got some scarers to scare the foxes away. Well, they're very loud. They bloody hurt your ears, to me anyway. And I was getting the shopping out the car, and there was one at the bottom of the driveway. It kept going off, and I was like, oh, this bloody hurts. So I put a can of oil, an old can of oil in front of it to stop it going off while I got the shopping out, and I forgot about the can. Well, I forgot all about the can. I went indoors, sorted the kids, done everything, and then it went to the next morning when I was getting ready for work. I remembered about the can. I thought, oh bollocks, I better move that can before they see it, you know. I didn't want to upset them, so I thought I better move that can. I went there and the can had been moved, and the little scarer thing had been moved as well. So I was like, oh well, you know, sorted, whatever. I won't mention it. I don't, because one of the things I do normally is I go over the top. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And everyone's like, why are you saying sorry for? It's nothing. I'm like, all right, okay. So I didn't think anything of it, but he's obviously realised that I didn't like it. That's why I blocked it off. So he's put it closer. He's put it closer to the cars now, rather than it being down the bottom of the drive. He's put it at the top of the drive. So I can see his game. Do you know what I mean? I can see his game. He's put it closer just to piss me off. But I'm not going to rise to it. I'm not going to go down to their level. You know what I mean? I'm just going to, whatever, you know. I want to stay friends. I want to get along. But the funny thing is, the point that I'm moving to is, they're doing all of that. But then the other morning, there was a fox down the bottom of the driveway, roaming around down the bottom of the driveway. So the thing is, the foxes are getting around it anyway. So I've been on the mouse hunt as well. These ones, the poison went rotten inside, went a bit mouldy, because I put them outside around the edge of the garage and all of that, and we had a lot of rain. And what happens is, if we have a lot of rain, I mean a lot of rain, the outside of the bottom of the driveway and all that floods, and it flooded these traps and well, boxes, sorry. Oh, excuse me, bit of a sneeze. They flooded these boxes, bait boxes, and the poison got wet and went rotten, so I emptied that out last night and I've got to clean them out, and I'll put some more poison in there. But the mice at the moment are rife, man. I've got bait boxes all around because they're bloody rife. The minute you walk anywhere, you know, you see mice. And I've had a couple up in the loft, but I haven't poisoned them. I've trapped them. They've gone now. Well, I think they've gone. I've had 4 traps up there now with peanut butter bread on them for about a week, and I haven't trapped any more mice up there. But all the ones are down here. And the funny thing was, the other day, on the driveway, on their side of the driveway, I see a mouse running along their wall. Oh, it's a funny world. Oh, hang on. Hello? Hello? Yeah, is that the wildlife police? I don't know. Anyway, some more things I found amongst those boxes. Look, we got some old school reamers. I remember using these in college, man. I did a degree in bench fitting. Got a degree in bench fitting, engineering, milling and laving, although the milling and laving I didn't really take a lot of interest in, didn't really do that, so we can ignore that. But the bench fitting I really enjoyed, and we used to have to make things. I've got the box of them, I've shown you them in the past, the things I had to make in college. They're up in the roof somewhere. I've shown you them about, I don't know, 8-9 years ago. I did a video and showed you what I made in college when I was doing my degrees. But the thing is, I can remember, my point is, I can remember using all these type of reamers in college. What we got here? These ones here, a little one there, that little one there. There is some more, I don't know what I've done with them. These need to be cleaned up and they can be used. They can still be used, there's nothing wrong with them. We've got these coarse threaded taps. In case any of you haven't seen the videos, I'm just going to show you all these. Look, more coarse threaded. And we've got some more fine threaded taps. These are lovely taps, these ones. I'll clean them up and they'll be nice. I'll put them amongst me little box of tap and dies. Because taps, they always come in handy, you know. These ones have got like a progressive thread on them. I don't know what the real name of them actually is. Probably not progressive thread, is it? But you know, it makes the thread as you go along rather than instantly. So very nice. You know, old tools. Not necessarily in every aspect, you know, they do make some modern tools which are better than the old tools for a reason. You know, they've been developed, they've been researched and just improved. But in general, in my opinion, older tools are better than new ones. And I don't, you know, it's just, you just tend to find that you get a new set and it just won't be as easy to use, or won't be as fluent or as good as the set that you had before that you've replaced. I mean, why you'd want to replace, but don't know. But anyway, there we go. I did want to go down and do a little bit of work on the tool, but I've got this valve to go on the bottom. This is for the it's an out of focus valve. These are designed to be out of focus, by the way. It goes on the bottom of the toll, but where the fresh water tank is, and you need to put that on there so I can put some fresh water in there, because it won't be long now and we'll be going out actually using the Talbot. It won't be long at all. This bottle of Auto Gleam shampoo is completely empty. So this bottle was about, I don't know, when I got my first car about 15 years ago. I bought this from Halfords so I could wash the car, and it ran out about 2 weeks ago. This ran out. So what I'm going to do up here on the shelf, which stinks of mice. Where are these mice? I've actually got, like, literally, I put a trap up in there. I've got traps everywhere to try and get these bloody mice. You know what I mean? They're literally, they're rife at the moment. But it's because it's winter. A couple of years ago I bought this bigger bottle of the same Auto Gleam Bodywork shampoo. It's the same stuff. So I'm just going to fill this tub up from this, and that way I can just squirt it out like that, rather than pouring it. Nice. it's always nice. The reason is I keep this little bottle. I keep this one in the Kia. You know, the little Picanto. Well, the idea is, it's more of a recent idea. It's not something that I've been doing for a long time. It's more of a more recent idea, because that crazy neighbour of mine, he's panicking about, even though it's alright for him to get his pressure washer out and start washing stuff on the drive all the time. He says that he don't want me to wash my car on the driveway. So what I've decided to do, because you know, when I told you like that before, you were all like, no, fuck him, it's your drive, you wash your car on it, which, you know, I agree with. But I want to try and get along with the neighbours. I want to, you know, everyone to be happy. I don't want to annoy anybody, because that's the way that I am. You know what I mean? I will happily go along and put myself out to try and keep somebody else happy. So what I've decided to do is I've got this bottle of shampoo, and I've also got in the car the brush. I don't like to use brushes, but I'm not going to carry around the bloody mitt and everything all the time. I've got the brush in the car, I've got the bottle of shampoo in the car. I'm not going to chamois leather it, because there's no point in chamoising it or microfiber in it to dry it off after, because it's just going to get dirty. I just want to try and keep to keep on top of the mud on the Picanto, because where I drive there's a lot of mud. So the idea is I've got this in the car, I've got the brush in the car. If I'm driving about and I come across a tap, a hose pipe or something or another, I'll just use that and I'll wash the car out, you know, out and about. I haven't found any taps or hose pipes as yet, so the car's covered in mud. But never mind. So that's the plan anyway. So this is going to stay in the Picanto. So hopefully, you know, I'll come across a hose pipe or something in the future, in a little while, and I'll be able to just stop, get out my bottle of shampoo, get out my brush, and wash the car, and carry on my merry little life. Anyway, you lot, right? I've been out here for an hour or just over an hour now. I've got plenty of time left actually this morning, so I'm gonna do another open up one of these toolboxes, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna do that one. I'm going to do that one there. I'm going to sit on my little chair and I'm going to do that toolbox. In case you haven't realised, I don't know if I've already said in this video or not, but these toolboxes, you know, I really suggest you do stick around and have a look. These toolboxes are all mega old. They're not mega old, but they're all quite old, as you can see. And my dad gave them to me. They were in his shed for many, many years. He used to use them or whatever. I don't know where he got them from. But then now he doesn't. So when I used to live at home, he gave them to me. They sat in my shed for many, many years as I was a kid growing up. And then when I moved out, some 15 years ago, 14, 15 years ago, when I moved here where I live now, I brought them with me. And they've been sat in the shed, they've been sat in the garage. I've never opened them apart from the tops, because I couldn't open the other bits because they were seized up. You know, and and now, they're not only because they were in the way, but also because I'm like, bloody hell, what am I doing? What am I actually doing? I've got all these tools in these toolboxes, and I haven't even opened them. There could be some really cool tools inside them. So this is why now I'm opening them up and seeing what's inside and organising all the tools to try and save them and actually use them. So yeah, I'm going to do that one right now, actually. Yeah, very nice. So, if you're interested in that, well, stick around. That video will probably be uploaded after you've seen this video, so probably like Friday, I would imagine. This one's probably going to be Wednesday's video, so that video will probably be Friday's video, maybe. Anyway, think about it. If you want to subscribe, please do. And I'll catch you on the next one. And yeah, just let me know. Did you watch the toolbox videos, and have you been watching them? What do you think about them? Because that's the sort of stuff I like to watch. The reason I'm doing it is because I like to watch these sort of things. There's some people out there, oh man, I would love to be in that position, right? There's people I watch on YouTube, right? They've either got in their family, or they've got themselves, and they've forgotten about, or they're able to have the opportunity to go to somewhere because they've bought it or something, like a big barn. And they're like, I've just bought this barn, I don't know what's inside it, I bought it without knowing what's inside it. And they look around this barn and they find cars, they find all sorts of tools, obviously you've got to be careful what you believe on the internet, on YouTube videos and TV shows, because some of them might be set up, you know what I mean? They might have bought a barn, nothing particularly good in it, so they go and get some old tools, put them in the corner. Oh, look what I found. You know what I mean? You got to take it with a pinch of salt, but I love it, man. And even people that are doing what I like to do as well. You know, they might have a few old toolboxes in the back of the shed and look to see what's inside. I love to watch it because you never know what this person's going to find, and you feel happy for them, and it's brilliant. I love looking at old stuff, but the old barn finds, they're the best when people are just like, oh, I've had this farm now for 50 years. This barn at the back of the farm has never been opened since I've been here. So let's have a look. And inside it's an old tractor, an old car, a bench full of old tools, sat there in a time warp for 50 years. It's brilliant. I'd love that opportunity. I'd love to just be able to just go and buy a farm and then just exploring all the barns. How good would that be? Anyway, off topic. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching, and yeah, enjoy life, because that's what it's all about, you lot. Just bloody enjoy it.